it gets worse. According to those same declassified CIA documents, senior U.S. officials were being regularly informed about the scale of the nerve gas attacks. They are tantamount to an official American admission of complicity in some of the most gruesome chemical weapons attacks ever launched.
Chemical weapons. There can be no dispute that Syria used banned chemical weapons, violated its obligations under the Chemical Weapons Convention, and ignored the urging of the UN Security Council. Years of previous attempts at changing Assad's behavior have all failed, and failed very dramatically.
And while the U.S. considers action in Syria in the wake of evidence suggesting the use of chemical weapons, a startling new revelation from Foreign Policy magazine shows that the U.S. played a role in helping Saddam Hussein use, get this, sarin gas to defeat Iranian troops back in 1988. Here's how. According to declassified CIA documents that were discovered at the National Archives using satellite images, U.S. intelligence officials conveyed the location of Iranian troops to Iraq, fully aware that Hussein's military would attack with chemical weapons, including sarin, a lethal nerve agent.
Well, good morning. Hey, this is just going to be a real quick article, but I saw this come up today, and I'm sure it's not going to be covered by anybody in the mainstream media because, well, it doesn't fit the template of the day, which is no matter what, of course we have to attack Syria now with a full military invasion because apparently there was some chemical weapons used in Syria. We can't have that. So how the times have changed. Well, CIA files prove America helped Saddam use chemical weapons. This is a really good article. I just scanned it briefly, but there's some good points. I'll just, where am I here? Yeah, the U.S. government may be considering using military action in response to chemical strikes near Damascus. But a generation ago, America's military intelligence communities knew about and did nothing to stop a series of nerve gas attacks far more devastating than anything Syria has seen. Foreign policy has learned. Well, it just goes to show, now we've got a terrible attack in Syria, and we got to go in there now, because, hey, Obama said that his red line has been crossed in all this. All just bullshit, Really, the whole thing's just nonsense, and the fact of the matter is, now the central banker's control is getting very weak because they can't figure out a way to support themselves anymore just through the normal old economic stuff. So now they've got to start a new series of wars, probably go into World War III. Anyway, it just goes to show here that everybody buying into this, and I've seen it, Assad, it looks like he did use these weapons and stuff. I'm sorry, I don't believe it, Hey, go ahead and read the article here yourself, and thanks for watching.
The only people they give a shit about is themselves, and they've been proving it your entire life, and now they figure there's nothing left to lose. They're gonna do what they want. There's no more talking because these people don't know how to talk. you better prepare yourselves and your families, because this was what I told you they were going to pull. This is just the beginning, because they got one on the Western Ocean as well. You know, the Pacific there. That little game is still going on. And you guys might not be aware of this, but Fat Boy's daddy over there made it clear, if we ever started shit with North Korea again, their first target, one of their first targets, was going to be Seattle, Washington, because we shipped a lot of stuff there, and I'm not appreciating being put under the target scope of a maniac because of some other BS. There's no reason for a war. A couple months ago, it felt like the world was calming down, and you guys tricked everybody again. We've done it again, and we've fallen for it again because we want to believe that you're good folks. And you've got all the mindless, paid college zombies out there wanting handouts, saying that the other side would have been any better. It wouldn't have been. It would have been worse. It would have, because this would have happened sooner, and we'd have been in a lot worse shape. So I guess we got a little break out of this, but we're looking at the same boss. Okay? Just like your books tell you, all pre-planned, pre-organized. And if you thought what they do was bad now, just wait. It's gonna get a whole lot worse. Pay your taxes. Vote. That'll keep you safe. We have just been royally bent over and taken advantage of. Unless concrete visual, audio, witness, testimony, evidence can be proved, and not just the mouthpieces that get stuck in there, the actors. I mean, real people saying, yeah, there was a threat and they hit the bad guys, then we've really screwed up. We've really allowed something wrong to happen. And that's why the rest of the world hates us. Much love. Be well. Don't take any of this personally, because it's not directed at any of you. For those of you who find this unusual talk, well, the best thing I can tell you is
my fellow Americans. On Tuesday, Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad launched a horrible chemical weapons attack on innocent civilians. Using a deadly nerve agent, Assad choked out the lives of helpless men, women, and children. It was a slow and brutal death for so many. Even beautiful babies were cruelly murdered in this very barbaric attack. No child of God should ever suffer such horror. Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike on the airfield in Syria from where the chemical attack was launched. It is in this vital national security interest of the United States to prevent and deter the spread and use of deadly. As a result, the refugee crisis continues to deepen and the region continues to destabilize, threatening the United States and its allies. Tonight I call on all civilized nations to join us in seeking to end the slaughter and bloodshed in Syria, and also to end terrorism of all kinds and all types. We ask for God's wisdom as we face the challenge of our very troubled world. We pray for the lives of the wounded and for the souls of those who have passed. And we hope that as long as America stands for justice, then peace and harmony will, in the end, prevail. Good night, and God bless America and the entire world. Thank you.